everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining today. It is a beautiful day here in Zone 7. It's actually, next week it is going to be crazy hot, but I am enjoying it's the upper 80s right now, I guess, here. But still, it's going to be way worse next week. But I'm really excited to be having some nice weather here at least now. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too much heat where you are, and hopefully your gardens are going well. But I thought that today would be the perfect time to talk about getting ready for fall, because this is actually it's the perfect time that I am actually going to be going through and planning out. I actually got my binder out. So this is our binder that the kids made for me. I love it. It's my favorite. So I keep all of my seeds and everything in here, and this is how I keep organized and all that. So I was just going through here, seeing what seeds that I had and what seeds I needed to get for this upcoming season. And I figured that I would hang out with you all pretty much while I was doing that. Unfortunately, my husband Dale, he wanted to be here, but he's feeling under the weather today. So I'm going to be doing the fall seed shopping for him. Hopefully he likes what I pick out, but I know what he likes, so we'll be good. But welcome everybody. I see a lot of people in the comments. Hi everybody. Welcome. Yay. Yeah, I definitely feel you. But I was laughing at this, Malia, over finding squash bugs. I feel you. I am so sorry. Yeah, it's squash bugs are the worst, right? I just put a video out this weekend showing my favorite tip for fighting squash bugs is always having a lint roller with me. I just take it with me and go around in the garden and do all of that. But welcome everybody. Let me pop up. There we go. And pop that up. Because I want to encourage you all to pop into the chat as well too, because each time you go in and comment into the chat, you will be entered in to win a giveaway. So we are going to be doing a giveaway for a free 1-year premium Seed to Spoon app subscription, along with a Park Seed seed package today. So super exciting, because we are going to be shopping on Park Seed for a lot of our seeds today. So if you've been here before, welcome. You guys all know how to enter and to win, but all you need to do is just pop into the chat. I also do a giveaway for after the fact. So if you're watching this not live, you still have a chance to win. Just pop into the comment section after, leave a comment, and you'll get entered in to win. And I do this every single week where we hang out and chat something gardening or do whatever it is that I'm doing in the garden that week. We'll just talk about that. So I do another giveaway for the after the fact winners. So I do have a winner from last week. So if you missed last week, we talked all about July, actually, like what to do in the garden, what you can still plant, how you should be helping like with the heat or extending the life of your garden, all of that. It was a good one. So check it out if not. So congratulations, our after the fact winner. Right here, email us at info@seedtospoon.net, and I will get you all hooked up with your free 1-year premium Seed to Spoon app subscription along with your Park Seed seed packet. So, okay. I see a lot of you all in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, Carol, I'm so sorry. Hopefully that stops for you, because that's the worst. Oh, I love this. The Casey said, I just bought a bug vacuum. That is perfect, especially for those squash bugs. So, okay, welcome everybody. Okay, so let's go over here to shop, right? It's the exciting thing. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger. Well, that might cut off a little bit. That's probably the biggest I'm going to get it. Okay. Yep. Hi, Smart Pots. Welcome. Sorry, this caught my eye. I was laughing. That's funny. I had a dream about Seed to Spoon last night. Carrie was doing an in-person presentation and it turned out to be around the corner from her house. I love it. I love it. Hey, I'm happy to do it. I'll head out to California anytime and do a presentation out there. Okay. So I have a list that I was going off of. Let me have that pulled up too. Okay. So I feel you, Tanya. The hardest part is switching gears to think about fall right now. I know. I feel it too because I'm doing so much out in the garden right now and I'm doing a whole bunch of like harvesting and making food and all that. It's so hard to think about this not being there in a couple months, but it's, believe it or not, like even here in zone 7, it's time to start thinking about it and making sure that I have all my seeds that I'm going to be growing this fall ready to go. Some things it's almost going to be time to start like indoor seed starting for things like brassicas and things like that I want to get a head start on indoors. It is weird to think of, but I'll do another live stream soon. Whenever I do my indoor seed starting, I will do another live stream all about that and how I do that. But right here, I'm just preparing and starting to think ahead about fall and think about what I want to grow and all of that. But if you all haven't grown a fall garden before, or if you are new to it, I highly, highly encourage you all to do that because fall gardening is the best. Seriously, like hands down. The weather is so much cooler. You're not battling like as many pests out there in the garden. Like it's just, it's such a relief to go out there, I feel like, in the fall and grow. Plus, a lot of the things that I like to grow actually taste better whenever you harvest them in the fall and the cool weather. They taste so much better. So I absolutely love gardening in the fall. So I definitely want to make sure that I have everything ready to go for fall. It's so important to me. So first of all, the biggest thing that I do in fall that's different from every other season is going to be garlic. So garlic is one thing that I always make sure that I am going through and pulling up. Um, so I come in here and there are two different garlics that I always want to make sure that I get. So this one is the first one, the garlic music. So even though Dale isn't here, I'm doing this for him because this is his favorite garlic that we grow. It's just one of the like tried and true varieties of garlic that just always grows amazing. It's easy to peel. They tend to have like a little bit larger bulbs than like the standard ones. And these just always perform well. So they are one of our tried and true and most favorite um, garlic varieties out there. But you definitely do. Yes. So this is a good call out. You do have to order your garlic and onions early. So make sure, yes, that you are staying on top of ordering those. So especially garlic, because garlic, it does tend to sell out, especially like the specific varieties that you want to grow. And fall is the best time to plant that. I know I said this is this is the one thing that's different is because fall I always plant garlic. So that's the main difference between like spring and fall gardening is I am always going out there planting a bunch of garlic and I plant it in the fall and I just leave it alone. I pretty much essentially forget about it. I just plant it and forget about it. I do log it in the Seed to Spoon app, so I don't technically forget about it and forget where I planted it, but I do that. And then I come back again in the late spring, early summer. Like we're harvesting our garlic like now, essentially. We actually did it a few weeks ago, but I think we still have a few out there maybe to harvest. And it's definitely the best time to do it. So that way you have it for the next year And because it definitely needs to have like the cold temperatures in the winter and all of that to do well. Um, Great call out. So how about taking cloves from garlic I harvested this year to plant? Definitely. Yes, that is a terrific idea. I actually have, I was gonna say, I have some garlic sitting over here that it's just hanging out, curing. Um, so I can actually just take some of that and take some of those cloves and plant some of those too. So it's absolutely doable. Save some to plant again, especially if you really like that variety that you grew. Do it again. Um, so and how about extra cloves from the garlic I bought last year? So I would be a little bit more hesitant to do this. Um, just because if you bought them last year, they've probably been sitting out for a while. I don't know. I would look at them myself and I would just judge by how they look, because I know how, you know, how garlic can get, and you can definitely tell like how they feel if they are plantable or not. Like if they're mushy at all or flimsy at all, they won't do anything for you. So I'd really just check them to see, because it depends on like how they were stored and all that. Because it's not like regular seeds. Like if it were just regular seeds, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. But garlic is so different. So really just look at how they look. Um, This is a good question. So I'm confused where to plant fall crops. Some say spring is better, some say fall. Now in the winter, it's supposedly be milder due to the super El Nino. I'm wondering if I should plant later. So fall crops. So if you are confused on when to plant, so first let me call out here. Let me go over here. If you don't already have the Seed to Spoon app, so I don't think I even introduced myself here. So um, so my husband Dale and I actually created Park Seeds app from seed to spoon. So whenever we started gardening a little over 10 years ago now, we knew nothing, and we came into it like not knowing anything at all, and we had to learn it all. And we were like, I really wish that there was an app for this, but none of the ones we found were helpful at all. So we were like, let's just do it ourselves. So that's where the Seed to Spoon app came from. If you don't already have it, scan this QR code right here and go download it and check it out. But since you were saying that you were confused about when to plant things, so come into here. And first of all, if it's like a plant now thing, you can just scroll down a little bit and it'll say like what to plant right now. So these are all the things I can plant right now in my summer garden, which is a lot. Now, these are all based on your location. So for me, all of these are pulling from my area that I'm in. It's pulling from my closest weather station. It's taking the last 100 years of weather data that it has and estimating when it thinks your first fall frost date will be for your area. So in here, so if you come into any of these, so here's arugula. It's one of the cool season ones. So it'll show fall planting dates right here for you. So here's just some example of like when to plant things outside. You can even type in, go find lettuce, and it will tell you when you can plant them outside. So it just kind of gives you an idea of when would be a good time to go out and plant it in your area. So hopefully that helps answer that question and take away some of the confusion. The Casey says, can you plant garlic in grow bags and keep in the garage over winter? So you can absolutely plant them in grow bags, but I would recommend keeping them outside because just like Harry Warp right here says, no, garlic needs the cold. So garlic has to go through what's called stratification, cold stratification, which means like it needs to have the cold temperatures of the winter in order for it and the bulb to develop great and do really well. So it's definitely important to give it some time outside, but you can absolutely plant them in grow bags. I mean, I plant a lot of mine in grow bags. I do a lot of mine in wooden raised beds. Yeah, just like Todd right here, a 4x8 garlic bed. I love it. Yes, it's amazing. Um, okay. So I will say, um, one more that I highly recommend is elephant garlic. Now, right now it's sold out right now, but I am definitely putting this one on my grow list. Now, I know we were talking about garlic, and technically, this is called garlic, but it's technically not garlic, which is interesting. I know, but it is technically actually in the onion family, but it grows like garlic and it tastes like garlic. It's just like a mild garlic flavor. Plus, they are huge and oh, I love growing elephant garlic. It's awesome. So typically I get the music variety and then this elephant garlic. Sometimes I'll throw in a couple extra. Like there's a whole bunch of other different varieties and types of garlic, different ones for different areas, depending on where you live. All of them will be are great here and on the Parkseed website. Like you can look at all of these different options that they have, like so many different amazing ones. I really like them. So let's see. This is a good question. So is garlic like onions where you can do a spring planting, just smaller bulbs? So sometimes, and again, it depends on the variety, but if if you are going to be doing a spring planting of garlic, I would recommend putting like getting a Ziploc baggie even or a like a paper bag and putting some soil in there along with your bulbs. Pop it into your refrigerator for in the back of your refrigerator. Forget about it for a few weeks, and then take it out to the garden. So that way, it thinks like it went through cold temperatures and all that, and then tried planting it out. But yes, you're definitely going to have smaller bulbs and all that. So that's why I always say like fall planting for garlic, it's the best. And it's so easy to do. Like really just go out there, pop some in the ground and forget about it. Like really just forget about it. It's great. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I definitely need to talk about carrots. This is my next big thing that I love growing in the fall, especially the fall versus the spring, because whenever I grow carrots in the springtime, they never really taste amazing because we get so hot so fast. And whenever you harvest the carrots in the like warm temperatures, it just doesn't taste nearly as good. So I always love growing in the fall. Like seriously, like it is so much better to grow these carrots in the fall. And I will recommend several different varieties. I actually, as I was going through, I found one variety that I'm for sure going to be growing, which is right here. If you can see it right here, it is the Black Nebula carrots. I love this variety from Parkseed. So unique. Here, let me pull it up on here, even though I don't need to add it to my cart because I have some left from spring whenever I grew them here. So again, and I just had them sitting right here. So these are definitely going to be good still. And I mean, I technically keep these for years and they work amazing, especially coming from Parksea because these were taken really good care of out there. They have like big refrigerated facilities that they store all of their seeds in and they make sure that their germination rates are like above and beyond where they need to be. Like it's, yeah. So I never worry about the germination rate of any of these right here. So with this variety is definitely one that I'm going to be growing, but I planted out all of my other ones that I'm going to be planting, and I wanted to make sure that I got some more of those. Oh, I think yep, right here. So this right here is the So Effortless Rainbow Blend Carrot Seed Tape. It's amazing. If you've never had seed, or if you've never tried seed tape before, makes it so much simpler to do, to plant. Because here, I can show you how small these seeds are for these carrots, because this is already open. I mean, if you can kind of see, like, they're just so little teeny tiny right there. So small, so small. It's difficult to do. Like, I got fat fingers. I'm always dropping like multiple seeds in accidentally. I have the kids helping me a lot out in the garden, planting things. They drop in like 5 seeds to a hole, and I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. But that's why I love using this seed tape so much. Like I literally just go through and I just like make a little area for it. And I just have them just go through and just lay the tape out and then just put it over. Like it's simple. It's already all spaced out, perfectly aligned for you. It grows amazing. Yeah. I wish that this came in seed tape because I would absolutely get that then too. But unfortunately, seed tape is not made in every variety. And I wish it was. I wish it was. I really do. But I definitely love this. Oh, yeah. So they're saying I need to try something else because my seeds keep washing away. Oh, no. I tried burlap this year. Did the burlap not work? Yeah, it's difficult sometimes whenever you have like heavy rains or things like that, like especially with the smaller seeds. Try the seed tape too, because that might actually help you like to keep them put in the soil. It might actually help. So I absolutely love that. Um, yes, this is a good call out. You guys know me well, Donna. You knew what else I was going to talk about on carrots. Yes, this is another one of my favorite varieties of carrots is this dragon purple. I love this variety not only because it has like the coolest name ever and the kids love the name, but it is just so beautiful and it tastes amazing. I love them. So this is definitely another one that I am definitely going to be adding into my cart to be growing because I planted all of my dragon carrot seeds and also all of my seed tape too. Because I actually have carrots. I need to go out there and harvest them now. But I need to try to wait until it's somewhat a cooler day so they taste as good as possible. But yeah. Yes, I'm with you. All of the colors. I love it. MD was asking, how often should you replace carrot seeds? Because I've had germination issues with packets a couple of years old. Really depends on how you store them also. So for me, like, I mean, I keep them until I plant them all out pretty much. Like I still have seeds that are like years old that, yeah, I have my favorite varieties that once I discover them, I'm like, I'm going to keep planting this when I love it. So, and those are my 3 favorites right there that I just told you about. So, but I definitely have seeds that are older than that and they absolutely would still work. But as long as you keep them in like a cool, dark place, like I generally keep, like I showed you guys my seed binder that I have right here. So I keep all of my seeds in this seed binder here. And then they're in this right here, like little like trading cards, like basketball card things. My son has a lot of these, so we get to use a lot of those. And then I have a pencil pouch for things like seed tapes and things like that. But this binder itself, I keep in our front office that stays like really cold, and I put it inside of a storage area that it also is like completely dark in, and it's always been like right there in a really good location. So that's definitely something to consider. Making sure it's like a cool, darker area too. Um, that's the best advice that I can give you there. Um, I'm so sorry. So Stephanie was saying I've had carrots just disintegrate into the soil. Um, Honestly, again, my best advice is going to be to try some of the seed tape. There's a lot of different. Here, let me go to just the seed tapes here, because there's other different varieties too. There's this little finger too, which is great for things like planting in green stalks, and smaller containers and things like that. I do really like this variety as well too. But just having like a seed tape should absolutely help it to stay in place and hopefully not disintegrate too. And you can like keep a closer eye on it. Hopefully that would help a little bit. Awesome. Yeah, SmartPot says the sunflower seed tape is amazing. Yes, I love it because it just already like spaces everything out how it needs to be. So you don't have to like go through and like put it in. It makes it effortless. I love the name because I'm like, it really is so effortless. It's the perfect name. Yes, right. I love this folder. I have one for cold season, and then I have one for warm season, and then I also have one that is flowers too. So because I couldn't fit them all into one, that's how many seeds I have. I think I have a problem, but it's fun. Oh, great question. Yes. Do you save your seeds from actual plants? If so, do you need to do anything special before storing them? It really depends on the plant that you are getting them from. So my favorite one to do, and plus you can go through and actually, so on the Seed to Spoon app, so things like zinnias, um, and like any of these right here, I think it's down at the very bottom. Yeah, right here. So it gives you on every single growing guide, it'll say like, if it's possible, it will say how to go about saving your seeds and what you need to do and all of that. So it's going to be slightly different based on like what plant it is that you are saving seeds for. But zinnias are one of the easiest things to do. And oh my gosh, I kid you not, last fall, I I just cut off the blooms of several of my favorite varieties of zinnias, and I just popped them into a brown paper sack and popped them in. I actually like in that same cabinet that I have all of these seed binders in. I just put them into there. I did write on it with Margaret. I was like, this is the Magellan Zinnia, and I put the year and all that. But I had hundreds, I mean, if not like 1,000 seeds in there. And it was amazing to plant them this year because I just was like, oh, I have a little bit of space there. I know what to do. So I would just literally just grab a stem from the flower and just like planted, done. Like it's just so easy to do. But yes, I highly recommend saving your seeds too. It's very easy to do. I love it. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes, it is in the app. I know. There's so many different things in there that, and like some of the things I don't always mention, and I don't think about because I know everything that's in there. But yeah, I feel like something gets brought up every single week, and everyone's like, I didn't know that was in there. Like recipes, people are always like, you have recipes in the app? I'm like, yes, we do. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So we talked about carrots. Let's see what we have next. Oh my goodness. We've talked about two different things. We're 30 minutes in. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about a few brassicas just because it's a different type of thing too. And Everybody's going to be growing broccoli. So let's pull up broccoli and just look a little bit about broccoli. So there's a few different ways you can come in here and look at. Um, my personal favorite variety of broccoli is this one right here, this purple magic broccoli. This grew absolutely incredible for me. Tasted absolutely incredible. Like this was hands down my favorite variety like that I have ever grown. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, definitely getting more of that one. And then for my husband, his favorite is this variety right here, which is an aspabroc. So this is kind of like a sprouting broccoli that does a little bit like you can kind of see in this picture right here. They have more of like the little broccoli shoots on the side that and it grows like super fast, so you can have a faster harvest on these, so you don't have to wait for like the entire head of the broccoli to develop. You can have just the sprouting broccolis on the side right there. And yeah, it's amazing. Oh, great question. So the Casey was saying, okay, newbie here, is fall gardening for a harvest this year or next year? So besides garlic, so garlic, when you plant it in the fall, that's for next year. But everything else that we're talking about, it can be most of the time, it is this year. All of this stuff I'm talking about now, like, and that's why I look at things like this too, because if I do have like a super early, like really hard frost or something like that, it's not going to devastate me because I will have gotten like several harvests from this already. I try to grow things that are a little bit faster because it's so unpredictable here in Oklahoma. You never know when it's going to like drop. And sometimes we just have a huge long growing season and it's great. But yeah. Yes, they are amazing for stir fries. They're just amazing for everything that we like to eat broccoli for. I mean, we're cutting them down to small sizes anyways, so this is the perfect thing for us. So I do really like those. And good question. So Stephanie and Donna, they were both asking about starting these indoors or direct seeding, like what are we doing with brassicas? So for brassicas, especially like here in zone 7, I'm going to be starting these indoors. So they are a little bit longer to grow. So down here, I think days of maturity, 60 days. Like this is a faster growing one, which is awesome, right? I love it. But let me pull up this purple magic. 90. So this is a little bit more like a traditional broccoli. So what I'm going to want to do is make sure that I have plenty of time for it to grow indoors and outdoors. So I want to give it like a few weeks to probably just like a few weeks, a month before I want to plant them outside. I'm going to start them indoors. So here in zone 7, I'm actually going to be starting them probably like later this month, early August, around that time frame. I'm going to be doing my indoor seeds starting for things like brassicas. So I like the cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, things like that. Oh, this is a good call. So Esther was asking, shouldn't they have some frost for flavor? Yeah. So I mean, just because I say like a really cold temperatures, I'm talking about like a hard frost. So a hard frost will kill these, but a like just a little bit of temperatures dropping like down to 28 even, they'll be typically perfectly fine. I actually have a picture too one year of broccoli just thriving like around like a bunch of snow. So there's like snow on the ground and then you can see this beautiful head of broccoli that's just like, hello. Like it's amazing. Like they do really well typically. So, and yes, absolutely. They're just like the carrots where I was talking about how much better they taste after they've actually been through cold temperatures. And when you harvest them in the cold weather, they taste so much better. Same with brassicas. Like literally same with everything I talk about. Like that's why I love growing in the fall. Like everything just tastes better and grows better. It's great. let's see. Yes, absolutely. They can survive in the cold. They just can't take like hard frosts or anything like that. And yes, Stephanie, bugs are less of a thing in the fall. So you definitely are going to be battling more pests in the spring and summer than you will be in the fall. So it is definitely easier. So I see a lot of you had that question. Malia had that question too. Not nearly as bad in the fall as they are in the spring, which is one of my favorite reasons why. Again, everybody grow in the fall. Okay. Um, So those are my two favorites. Well, that is my favorite and then my husband's favorite varieties of broccoli. I want to make sure that I mention kohlrabi because this is one of those unique things that not everybody always knows about. So it is a amazing, unique thing to grow. Like it is a brassica, tastes very similar to broccoli and those like I always say broccoli. Like it tastes just like broccoli to me. And it's great because the entire plant is edible. So um, this is my personal favorite variety of kohlrabi. So you can kind of see, let's see, with this picture right here, you can kind of see the entire plant is edible. So this little like ball right here, you want to harvest it when it's about the size of a tennis ball, and that grows up on top of the soil. So it's super interesting. It looks so fun, but you literally like the entire plant is edible right there. So you can just chop up that bottom bulb, chop up the leaves, pop it into a stir fry, all of that. Like so good. Like, so this is definitely on my grow list of things to make sure that I'm growing. And it's just something that a lot of people haven't heard of, especially like I had never heard of kohlrabi, at least before I started gardening. So gardening was something that we had like never done like before like 10 years ago. So I had no idea what kohlrabi was. But it's just not something that I would see in the grocery store before. So whenever I discovered it, I was like, yeah, I was super excited and it's really good. Yeah, yeah. Tammy says I cook them like fried potatoes. Love it. Oh, awesome. Esther says I can't wait for kohlrabi. Love mine raw with a little bit of salt. Ooh, I actually haven't tried mine raw before. I'm gonna have to give that a try too. So good suggestion. I love it. Okay. Let's see. We have to talk about peas also, because peas are a huge thing for me. So right now I'm going through and currently like for my summer garden, I'm planting out beans still. I'm still doing succession planting rounds of beans, bush beans, and all of that. But I will be doing the peas here very soon. And I do actually have some peas left from the springtime. So I was excited. I can still have some of my peas. So and these are two of my very favorite varieties of peas that I had. So this right here is the Patio Pride peas. I love these. Here, let me pull them up right here because it is my favorite variety of peas. I grow them everywhere because I mean they are a very small, compact plant, so they just like fit everywhere. I can squeeze them into places. They don't have to have a huge trellis or anything like that to grow, which is great because sometimes like I have limited trellis room, especially in the fall because I'll still have things growing out like loofahs and watermelons and pumpkins and things like that that are still taking up all of my trellises. So I have a little bit limited space whenever it comes time to plant peas. So being able to squeeze in these patio peas like to like pretty much anywhere is amazing. So this is one of my first, like, this is one of my favorite peas to grow. And then if I do have bigger spaces to grow, I have these sugar snap peas as well. They grow much larger than the other ones, but they are, I mean, they're well worth it. They are just incredible. They do taste like sugar. Like, if you haven't tried peas directly off the vine, oh my gosh, you've got to. Seriously, it is amazing. My kids, like my toddlers, would follow me out to the garden and pull these peas just directly off of the vine and just start eating them. Like, that's how good they are. They're amazing. Um, Very rarely can I actually go out there to harvest peas and get them to come inside, because we, including me, we're all just munching on them out in the garden. But highly recommend growing some peas. Get them planted so that way you have them all fall. And then if you haven't already, like, check out the Seed to Spoon app too and see when you should be planting out your peas. Let's see, I need to find out when I need to plant my peas. Okay, so looks like the end of August for me, at least. So I will be planting out my peas then. Very excited for it. Yes, I feel you. I think you guys feel me too. Yeah, they hardly make it in there. They are definitely worth it. Um, I do want to mention. So whenever I was pulling up peas in here, I saw the garbanzo beans too. So I am a huge fan of garbanzo beans. And it is just one of those unique things that I love to grow that I hadn't really thought about before. So last year was my first time. Oh no, they're sold out right now. Hopefully they'll be getting more in soon. So fingers crossed. But I love these. I grew them for the first time last year, and it was just one of those things. Like, I love hummus, and my kids love hummus and all of that. And we were like, why don't we try to grow these and make it ourselves? Like, we were like, let's try it. So it's definitely been one of my newest favorite things to grow and all of that. So yeah, definitely recommend growing some of those. Okay, Nanette was saying if you need flowers for July 2nd, this is, wow, you are planning way ahead, 2027. What would you recommend? Um, so if we're doing some fall planting of flowers, I would recommend doing some snapdragons. These are my favorite. I love snapdragons, especially growing them in the fall. And they tend to do really well over the winter time as well, in the cool season and through to, and they'll give you some beautiful flowers too in the spring and summer. Um, these are definitely a great one to be planting in the fall. I have the circus variety. Where is that one? Did I pass it? Well, there it is. Oh, it's sold out. Yeah, so this is the variety that I have, the circus clowns one. But really, like, you can't go wrong with any of these. They are gorgeous. They grow huge, very tall, very beautiful. They tolerate like all of the weather. Absolutely love them. Highly recommend them. Um, so if you are looking for like for cutting flowers or something like that, like you would have plenty of time to do like a spring planting of things like zinnias and like all of those things if you want by then, because I have zinnias galore right now too, which is great. It really kind of depends on your location too. So in the Seed to Spoon app, it does have let me find where it is. So over here, if you come over here to growing guides, and let's set a filter for just the flowers, just so we can kind of see what flowers. So you can kind of go through, like there's a bunch of different flowers that you can see in here, and you can see like how long like the growing times are for each of them and the planting times and all of that. So it'll help you to plan ahead and so since you have a year to plan, you should be able to find some really good ones. Maybe some perennial flowers. Um, yeah, you should be able to find a lot of really good ones. MD was asking, sorry if I missed this, but can I sow beans again for a fall crop? Absolutely. So it really just depends on the weather. I'm still going through right now too and planting a bunch of bush beans and things like that. So bush beans are pretty fast. So up here, come over here to beans. So my favorite bush bean is this Parks Whopper right here. It takes 57 days to maturity. So beans will not tolerate a frost. So typically, whenever it starts getting like, I guess within 2 months ish of a upcoming possible frost, I stop planting my rounds of beans. Like I'm still planting them right now and still doing a whole lot. But whenever I come to about that time frame of my first fall frost, I will switch from doing beans and switch over to peas. So that way I always have either beans or peas or something growing in the garden because those are all great. Esther called out. This is a great suggestion that I heard that I need to pinch zinnias. It felt so wrong that I pinched half and half I didn't. Oh, that was a good test too. So it's definitely something that because the more that you go through and cut them, like it really is truly a cut and come again. So if you go through and like pinch them or cut off the flowers and all that, it always feels wrong the first time you do it. But truly, the more that you pinch them, the more that you cut them, they will give you more and just keep producing more and more and more. It's amazing. Oh, great question. So Julie was asking, my daughter lives in a different zone than I. Can I switch zones in your app so I can see what she can be planting to? Absolutely. Yeah. So here, let me show you really quick. So when you are in here, you'll come up here to this menu button and you can come over here to account, location, right over here, and you can choose a location on map. So that way you can just go through, like you can see, that's where I live, right there, outskirts of Oklahoma City. But you can go like this, move around, and say, I want to select Montana. Like I can like zoom in and select a better place. Like there we go, Billings, update location. And now everything will adjust based on new frost dates right there. So everything automatically updates in there. And then whenever you're done looking at that, you can just go back to either update your location using GPS. So it's your current location, or you can just go back, choose your location on a map. Either way, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's super helpful. I do that a lot too, because especially if I'm talking to somebody about like what to plant in my area or like where they are, I'm always like, okay, well, let me look it up on the app and all of that. So, okay, we are getting down to the very end, and I have so many things that I still want to talk about, I feel like. But let's do one more flower or one more type here. So lettuce is something that I think all of you all should grow. It is one of the easiest things to grow. So if you grow nothing else, like just go out there and throw lettuce seeds around whenever the time frame opens up for you in the Seed to Spoon app. And I grow a mixture of a bunch of different varieties of lettuce. So I love this Park Seed Tricolor Romaine blend because they're so beautiful. I love them. Absolutely beautiful. Tastes so good. I love having different colors of lettuce too. It's just, it's great. Um, yeah, there's a lot of different varieties in here. There's heirloom varieties, there's mixes, there's different colors, there is a variety for everything, quite literally. Um, I'm not going to go through each and every one, but just letting you know, like, lettuce is something that is extremely simple to grow. And I quite literally just go out to the garden and sprinkle seeds whenever the time comes. And it is the easiest thing to grow. And they will germinate very fast for you. They grow beautifully. It's easy and fast to harvest, especially at like lettuce leaf ones. They're very easy to do. Desiree was saying, I thought about chaos gardening in the spring. But yes, I do love this idea. And we've done this many times where we go in and we have just like an entire bed of lettuce. And then we will go through and just be like, okay, I have to transplant this tomato. And then I quite literally just dig a little hole in the middle of the lettuce, put that tomato in, and we have like a lettuce just surrounding the tomato until it, comes time. So right there. So it's very easy. And then Esther was asking, how can I direct seed into just like a leaf mulch? So, I mean, if you can scoot it away just a little bit and literally just sprinkle and cover, like lettuce doesn't need a whole lot. Like a lot of the times, like I'm not kidding when I say that I just go out there and sprinkle and hardly do anything. Like I'll just sprinkle. I might run my hand across it a little bit to bury it slightly, but I don't do a whole lot with it. Um, yeah, so right, I love this. So I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden I'll have lettuce everywhere. That's funny. Yeah, lettuce, it really, and once it takes off, it takes off. And then you have just lettuce coming out of your ears, and you're like, okay, I need to eat all of this lettuce at once. So, but that's the beauty of leaf lettuce too, because you can just harvest what you want for lunch that day or for dinner that day, and then come back the next day and get what you need. It's not like buying it at the grocery store and then like half of it goes bad sitting in your refrigerator. It's just, it is great. It is absolutely great. Um, this is a good segue. So Donna was saying, how soon do I plant cover crops for the fall? So cover crops is a great thing, and whenever it comes a little closer to time, like I will talk a lot more about cover crops too, because if you are not doing fall gardening or winter gardening or anything like that, I will highly recommend doing a cover crop because it is the easiest way to, for a lot of reasons, boost your soil for the upcoming season. Like it will fertilize your soil too while you're not working. It'll make it so you don't have a bunch of weeds growing in there. It'll make it so you don't lose a bunch of soil from like the wind and erosion. Like so many huge benefits for growing cover crops. I love all of these, but so typically if I'm not growing anything, I will throw cover crops in the fall. So that's the easiest question. So if I just have open things after summer and I'm not growing anything for fall, I'll plant it then. If I am going to grow something to harvest in the fall, I'll just plant it after those things are done, like in the late fall. So it really just kind of depends on what it is I'm growing and what the space is that I have. So um, awesome. Well, those are great questions. And I feel like we barely scratched the surface of all of the different seeds and varieties and everything that Park Seed has to offer. But we got a lot. I feel like we talked a lot about all of the different types of things, at least. We at least talked about a couple brassicas, a couple of root crops and all of that. But if you guys have any questions after the fact, like please, like feel free to reach out, message me, or also like on the Seed to Spoon app too. There is a section down here for Growbot where you can come in here and type up a question. So you can ask anything you want here. You get 3 free questions if you are on the free version of the Seed to Spoon app. So you can come in here and ask 3 questions a day. If you are on the premium version, you can ask unlimited questions. And you can also send photos in to GrowBot too. So if you have like a plant that's not doing good, you can send a picture, be like, what's wrong with my plant? What do I do? And it'll tell you. Or if you want to identify a pest or a plant or something like that, you can send a picture up too. So Robot is a huge help. I use it all of the time for me. So for sure. Yeah, I know, right? I seriously do. I seriously do. I talk too much sometimes. I'm sorry. But I am very glad and I'm very happy that you all joined me today. I am going to try to come through and do a giveaway. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, I'm coming over here to run our, I should have had it pulled up, our giveaway. Hold on. Have to pull it up. There we go. Okay, I'm running the giveaway. So if you guys have any questions at all, please pop in here and ask any questions too. Okay. Sorry, copy and paste. Bring it over here. Sorry, it's always more challenging to come into here. Hold on. I'm working, guys. I'm working on the giveaway. Okay. There we go. So congratulations to Esther Reinhardt. So feel free, message me at right down there at info@seedtospoon.net and I will get you, mess it up. There we go. Right here. Info@seedtospoon.net. Send me a message and I will get you all hooked up with your free subscription for the premium Seed to Spoon app. Hey, and with that, you get free shipping on all of your orders through Park Seed too, which is huge. So especially if there was anything that you were looking at today that looks good, you now have free shipping. So congratulations. And like I said too, if you guys are here and you wish you won, after this post, just go back in and leave a comment in for the after the fact giveaway. And I will do another giveaway at the very beginning of next week as well. So I will be back next week, same time, same place, chatting something gardening and hanging out again. So thank you all so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.